The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
They responded, and I got the response just a day or two ago, and they pretty much admitted in their response that they did not search for the record that I requested.
Yeah, sure. They don't want to.
Of course. And,
Yeah.
they're playing games and they're corrupt. And, I mean, this is Watergate 2, which is much bigger than original Watergate, because the person who responded, and she had to write a third amended sworn affidavit. If you write an affidavit, and it is true, you would need to write only one. You don't need to write 3 different affidavits regarding to the same search. She had to write a third one because every time she was caught lying. And the third one showed her lying yet again because she was supposed to search for a paper record. She had the Social Security number and the name Harry Bonnell. Here's his Social Security number. And not only that, I provided the court with a copy of an application of a gentleman whose number was right before Harry Bonnell's, which was 042684424. It's one. His name was Thomas Wood, and they had his record. He's deceased, and just go, get off the chair, go to the vault, and right after the piece of paper that says 042684424, you will find one that is 042684425. How hard is it to do? It takes 5 minutes to do, and just copy it.
But you and I, let me reset here. It's 13 after the hour of 8:13. Joining us, of course, Early Tates is with us, attorney. She's from old Soviet Union. She has been in this fight for the longest time, and the president. And if you don't, if you think we're making this up, I would urge you to go to your internet today and check the Social Security number that the President of the United States uses, or that Barack Obama uses on his taxes. They show this number. It's a Connecticut, that's from the state of Connecticut, Social Security number, SSN. The one that Barack Obama uses, it's provable, is 042-68-4425. And now, we're talking about when, by the way, I remember quite well when Bill O'Reilly called you a nut and wouldn't have you on the show. You're not a nut. Bill O'Reilly has played a game of total cover-up again and again and again, and I thought he did a reasonable job on Super Bowl Sunday in the interview, but he's not going to ask the really legitimate tough questions, but that's for another morning. But it does. The application was issued to, in Connecticut, a man by the name of Harrison, Harrison, last name Bounel. Everyone that knew the guy, instead of calling him Harrison, they called him Harry. Beginning in 2009, on his tax returns, Barack Obama uses 042-68-4425. And those were posted on whitehouse.gov without any proper redaction, any of this stuff. And
well, they later redacted it. I have to know that. Later they redacted.
Then they redacted. That's right. Now, why did they redact his Social Security number if everything is legit?
Well, actually, you're supposed to redact Social Security number. They just made an error.
Okay.
I believe whoever posted, as a matter of fact, they redacted it, but they didn't flatten the PDF file, so we could see the layers, and we could see the earlier layer within the PDF file that was not redacted. That's what happened there.
But if we were to look right now, and I didn't do this because I've done it before, would we be able to do a search on the internet and find and ask it for Barack Obama's Social Security number?
No, it would not be published. However, go on my website. I would urge people to go on my website. It's tatesreport.com, TAIT as in Tom, Z, report.com, and I post it on the front page on the right side. It says Obama file.
Okay.
I can, and not only original, I posted even timestamp showing that 11 a.m. On April 15th, the tax day, he posted his tax return. It was not redacted, and you can actually see his Social Security number. And then at 6 p.m., they realized that they made a mistake, so they took it down, redacted it, flattened the file, and then posted it again. So and at that time, it was not seen.
I want Casey to hear this because we want to put this up. So what year is this SS number 042684425. Where can we see Obama's use of this?
Well, we can see actually there is a file that I posted, sworn affidavit by Neil Sankey, and I believe from around 1986 we see that he was using this number. And also we've seen a report by licensed investigator from Ohio who also found that he was using from around 1986 the same Social Security number.
Since we can't see any of his records or college records, we can't see graduate, or excuse me, rather, we can't see Columbia, we can't see law school, we can't see Social Security, we can't see travel documents, health documents. So who knows what he said or what he did? Did he say whom he said he was? But the earliest time you can find 042, the earliest date, early is when?
Sometimes in 1980s.
Okay.
When I believe he got this number when he went to Harvard. That's when he got the number. By the way, in terms of college records, I did uncover fraud in his college records. I went on the site of Student Clearinghouse, and I found out that it's listed that he went to Columbia only for 9 months, from September of 19.
That's a weird story too. That's a really weird story.
But, if I might mention, I have uncovered more information. For example, just recently, on December 22nd, Barack Obama announced that he signed up for for ACA, for healthcare through Washington, D.C. Exchange. And then I posted a complaint stating that I wanted to know how was he able to sign up with a stolen Social Security number. Within hours, there was a report from Ed Henry, White House correspondent of Fox, stating that the spokesperson for Obama announced that he didn't actually sign up for health care, that he was unable to sign up because his identity could not be verified by their website, and therefore he had to send his aide to go and manually submit his application. So I have written, and they stated that it happened because the records of presidents, including his record, are scrubbed from the national databases, removed from the national databases. So I've written a FOIA request for information to the Washington, D.C. Exchange, which was granted. I got a response from Mary Batson-Kevich, their FOIA officer, who stated that basically Obama is lying. She didn't say he's lying, but she said that there is no such order. I asked, is there an order by a judge? In order to remove records, there has to be an order by a judge. And I asked, is there an order by any judge, any court, to scrub or expunge Obama's records from the internet, from the database? And she stated, no, there is no such order. So here's another proof. Not only we have now E-Verify and SSNDS showing that his identity could not be verified, but also ACA, healthcare proves that his identity cannot be verified.
I don't believe the president could pass E-Verify.
Oh, no, we know he didn't. I posted, go on my website, tatesreport.com or tatesq.com. I posted the report from E-Verify saying that this number that he is using was never assigned to him.
And
so one other thing, if I might add, the FOIA officer with Social Security Administration sent a response, and basically she's writing to the judge that she looked in something that's called Numident. And I wanted to explain to people that what she searched for, the Numident, is not what she was required to search, because it's an electronic record. When there are records, the paper records, they also enter in computer files the information, and they create electronic records. But often when people transcribe something, they make errors, they make mistakes. So Numident is not correct. People make errors, or sometimes people remove information, delete information. We've seen this happening with terrorists, that their information was removed. So therefore, the law specifically states that they have to search for SS5, for actual record, not for NUMIDEN, not for electronic file. So what this FOIA officer did, basically she tried to create plausible deniability, and she searched something different from what she was requested to search, and was obligated to search by law.
Listen, we are at a hard break. There's no doubt that the President of the United States has used, up until a point where it was covered down, the Social Security number 042684425, issued in Connecticut to a man by the last name of Bounel, who was born in 1890, and I guess we ended on that. We will have you back. We'll put that picture up. Early, thank you so much, Early, for being on the radio show. We'll talk ASAP. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, and you know, if I can also add, I have other cases. One of them deals with his use of a fabricated postal stamp on his fabricated selected service registration, and that case is in front of a judge in Washington, D.C. So we're waiting for results there as well. There are several cases that are going on right now.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, thank you. 23.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.